Congress created the Emergency Planning and Community Right to Know Act, called EPCRA, to help local communities protect their public health, safety, and environment from chemical hazards. EPCRA can be used as a tool to help a community assess how its environmental burdens compare to other communities.
Basically what it told you was the amount of toxics that were in your air, in the land, and in the water. It was given out per state. And we found out in one small 5-parish area in Louisiana, we had more pollution than an entire state had. So we thought, there must be something wrong with this picture.
If you're curious about what a factory or business emits in your area, you can find it in the Toxic Release Inventory available at the EPA's website.
You can look by company, you can look by zip code, you can compare, say, to see what's happening in St. James Parish versus Cook County, Illinois, and just generally get a sense of how your community is doing in comparison to other communities. And also it enables people to identify the dirtiest companies, in a way, the biggest emitters. Nobody wants to be the #1 emitter of toxic chemicals in Louisiana or in the country.
So keep in mind, if you're involved in a permit process, you may be able to put EPCRA data to good use.
But in terms of making the argument, say, to a regulatory agency that is about to give a permit to another landfill, it can be useful to get data so that you can objectively say, look, here's what the industry in our zip code is putting out as compared to the average. And sometimes that'll bolster an argument based on essentially disproportionate impact or unfairly large burden of pollution.
Finally, let's hear from Mary Lee Orr, now the leader of LEAN, Louisiana Environmental Action Network, who got involved before EPCRA became law.
Before Right to Know, you had no right to know what was next door to you. And when we found out what was next door to us, we found out that our state was one of the most polluted, if not the most polluted state in the United States. And because of communities, people finding their voices, having the Tulane Environmental Law Clinic, we're able to change some of those numbers. And that makes a dramatic difference in people's quality of life. Because really, in the end, isn't that what it's about? Quality of life for your family, whether it be where you're working, where you play, where you go to school, that you can be assured that you're safe, to have a safe environment.
This is your Louisiana, your environment, and it's your right to information about toxins.